Hey guys, Bigsteviepump here. Always just a hop, skip, and a jump away. And guess what we've got here today for you folks? That's right, special delivery from RingsideCollectibles.com. And I can't wait to get my grubby little hands on it. But it's the moment that I've been waiting for. The moment that you've been waiting for. The moment that we've all been waiting for. The moment that Bigsteviepump pulls out his trusty knife. But not just any trusty knife. Not the trusty knife you're accustomed to seeing. Not the trusty Buck 382-1. But a different trusty knife. But a trusty knife nonetheless. Guys, you are not going to want to miss today's episode of Tales from Collector's Paradise featuring Bigsteviepump. I'm going to give you the Bigsteviepump guarantee on that. Stick around. Next! Tales from Collector's Paradise, hosted by yours truly, Bigsteviepump. Hey guys, alright, Bigsteviepump here, and I want to thank you for joining me here today. And real quick, hashtag Pump Squad, how about you guys? Alright guys, for real, I appreciate all the subs, I appreciate all the comments and the likes, and I appreciate you watching my channel. So thanks, and let's just keep the channel growing here on BSPN, the Bigsteviepump Network. Okay guys. Ringside Collectibles, we got this, and we're just going to open this up, and then we're going to head upstairs to Collector's Paradise here in just a few moments. But keep in mind, you've only got one shot to open these packages up. But of course, you know, I was talking about a trusty knife there in that teaser trailer, and this knife looks pretty beat. Sure, I see what you're thinking, that's just an everyday, average, ordinary, run-of-the-mill, true utility with a little belt clip and its little wire cutter, you know, and it's, you know, flathead screwdriver. That's it. A bottle opener. I mean, in a true utility, you get it all, folks. Anyway, so we're going to use this true utility, this trusty knife, an old reliable one at that, to open this package up. We're having a little fun here today on Tales from Collector's Paradise featuring Bigsteviepump. So we're going to cut this open. And sometimes, and the reason, if you want to know why I'm using the true utility, there's a couple of reasons actually. One, it's because the Buck 382-1 has been getting a lot of work, and sometimes you just need a day off, you know, and it's got to pause and just rest a little bit, and you got to pull out your true utility. But also, it's just because I'm downstairs, Collector's Paradise is upstairs, Buck 382-1's residing upstairs, resting, and Bigsteviepump is just too damn lazy to go get it. So that's the real truth of the story, folks. But we're going to go ahead and see what's in here. Man, and the one I wanted to show the most, I guess we'll lead with, I really hope this wasn't on top, Roddy Piper and Mr. T from WrestleMania 2. They got the boxing gloves, and they have the alternate hands, it looks like. Good. Okay, yeah, Mr. T's other hand's hidden up there. I can see it from the side. Looks like that's potentially a real cloth kilt, folks. Real cloth jacket. Anyway, this is what I wanted the most, and I hate that this was up top, but this is a Ringside Collectibles exclusive, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know that it says that on here, but I feel like they were advertising at that. But at any rate, so I wanted this. Stick him out of the way. We'll go ahead and get the next figure here, Edge. And so this is an Edge head exclusive, and basically back, it's probably been 15 years ago now, there was a couple of guys, it was Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder's, and a lot of you guys know them for their show they've got, and everything. They get enough publicity. Anyway, this comes where you can swap these heads off and make them whichever one. So this is also a Ringside Collectible exclusive, and there you can see their Hawkins and Ryder. So pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Now this next piece is not a Ringside Collectibles exclusive, but it's like in the series of these figures, they'll randomly insert like a collector's edition that'll be a chase, and this is like one that you would hopefully find at like Walmart or whatever. But there's Rocky Johnson. That is The Rock's dad. So anyway, pretty cool. So I went ahead and hooked on that. They had a reasonable price, and you can always get 10% off at Ringside Collectibles. You can usually use the code CHAMP, or this one I think Brock, that usually works, and you just get 10% off. So anyway, yeah, we'll go ahead and show this one next. This is actually pretty cool. So Bray Wyatt, the Firefly Funhouse, and ooh man, Well, I guess I'll have to bust this window open. We'll probably do that upstairs. I'm not going to bust the window open right now. We'll do that upstairs. But anyway, it comes with these little puppets. Yowie, wowie! So anyway, pretty cool, pretty cool. And Bray Wyatt, he's got the Fiend, he's got an alternate personality, and then he, does the Firefly Funhouse, which is kind of like a Pee Wee Herman type knockoff, but it's kind of sadistic as well. It's kind of cool, actually. So this is a set of that anyway. So Ringside Collectibles exclusive. So that's what I do. I usually save up and wait till I need several things from them that's in stock, and then I'll just order it all. But this one was the one I wanted the second most, so that's cool that it's in the bottom. And my son, one of my sons actually, will really like this figure. Walter, Walter, Walter. And that's right, Walter. And he comes with the belt there, which is cool. And Walter here, this is also a Ringside Collectibles exclusive, and that's why I'm questioning about the Piper and the Mr. T, because it doesn't have that on there, and they usually do if it's a Ringside exclusive. So, I don't know, maybe they just got it before everybody else did. Anyway, this is the only Walter figure that's ever been made, and I really wanted it, and it finally come in stock along with the Piper and the T, so that's why I went ahead and hooked. So, guys, we're going to head upstairs here in just a couple of minutes and get our grubby little hands on it. I'm going to give you the Bigsteviepump guarantee on that. Stick around. Real quick, I just wanted to get some footage that you could see pretty decent of them in the package. I'll pan through these real quick, then I'm going to flip them over, and then we're going to open them up. One thing I will point out, though, is I kind of prefer the slanted box look, like on all the other ones, without the flap in the top, because that would be real easy to get bent down and damaged. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to point that out there. I noticed it. So hang tight, we'll show the back. All right, and here is the back there. Rocky Johnson, the Edgehead pack, Yowie Wowie, the Bray Wyatt, Walter. And then let's try to get a good look at Piper and Mr. T there. So real quick, there's the backs. Let's get them open. And you can see it's kind of perforated there, so yeah, I had to open it up. You can see all the little puppets that he comes with there. Anyway, let's get him open. And here is Rocky Johnson. And I went ahead and left the robe off that he comes with, and he comes with the extra set of open hands there. As you see, he's got the fists on. And that is The Rock's dad, as I had mentioned before. And we'll go ahead and just spin him around here, so you can see him. Try to do this a little different style today. And I'm going to pause it and come back with it. And there he is with the robe on. Once again, The Rock's father, Rocky Johnson. And I think that's a pretty cool looking figure for what it is, We'll spin him around there. Whoa, look at that. He's got the RJ on his boots. And the back of the robe is just plain. Of course, you can flip that out. Anyway, overall, not a bad figure. Let's keep going. All right, and here we go. And real quick, check out this awesome backdrop. So a friend of mine asked me when he got the Walter figure, and I've got that coming up here shortly, if all the backdrops were this awesome. And the answer is no, they're not that awesome. Just so happens these Ringside exclusives are. But Mattel, you know what? These backdrops are awesome. You should start putting these with all your figures. I don't know what that would do with the cost and everything, but the trifold backdrops, awesome. Good job. Okay, real quick. So he comes with an extra set of hands, the semi-open hands, and then there you got a Kurt Hawkins, or also known as Brian Myers, and a Zack Ryder head, also known as Matt Cardona, and there's Edge. So you can take these two other heads and swap them off. Now here's a real quick figure hack for you. If you buy a couple of basics, which there's a basic coming out in a similar outfit to what Edge is wearing here, you could buy you a couple of basics and pop the heads off of the edges and put those on and create you the Edge heads at a cheaper price. These are $25 a piece, by the way. Rocky Johnson was $20. Sorry, I didn't get into that. But anyway, these hands I love and I don't love, because what'd you do? Shame on you, Mattel, for a rubber accessory. I know it's leather and you're trying to make it look like that, but you can't even make his hands do the devil horn thing or the I love you or whatever it is with him being, with the jacket being stiff like that. So not sure if I'll leave those hands on there or not. But anyway, ultimate kudos to the backdrop, you know, and the 3 heads. That's actually a pretty cool thing, and the hands, but, you know, a shame on you on that rubber jacket. Hang tight. All right. And here we have the Firefly Funhouse Ringside Collectibles exclusive, and there you see the extra hands. And man, this is actually pretty cool. And once again, the trifold diorama, ultimate kudos Ringside Collectibles. And of course, he comes with these open hands, and then he comes with the semi-closed hands. And here you got you know, Mercy the Buzzard. And real quick, I'll just show you like one of these. We'll just show Mercy here. Actually, I don't know why I showed him, but I'm not 100% sure. They've got these little cutouts where, you know, you can fold that back and make it look as if Mercy's coming out of that, but I'm not 100% sure how you'd do it because it's flat. So I didn't mess with that, but, you know, once again over here, you know, you could put one of these characters, you know, you could put the Abby the Witch, or you could put Ramblin' Rabbit there, and oh, I almost forgot the boss. The boss is really cool, man. And, you know, this Bray Wyatt, it's pretty cool. I like this setup. Let me in. Oh my goodness, folks, the Fiend showed up. You never know when the Fiend is going to show up. That's one thing for sure. I'm going to give you the Bigsteviepump guarantee on that. Okay, thank goodness that Bray Wyatt is back. Anyway, folks, that was a little weird. You never know when the Fiend's going to show up. But hang tight, we got a couple more figures to come. Walter, Walter, Walter. And there he is, folks. Walter. What an awesome figure, man. What an awesome figure. And here he comes with the WWE NXT UK Championship and a couple open hands in his robe. Now, I'm going to put his robe on, but one real quick thing, a friend of mine, Jamie Smith, we're going to go ahead and get a shout out there to Jamie Smith. He was the one talking about the trifold backgrounds and this robe, and he pointed this out to me, that he wanted to make sure that I give Mattel a shame on you. So here, the collar, it's painted white on the wrong side. So the only way you could see the white on his collar is if it was stood up like a vampire. And we'll put it on here in a little bit and show you shortly. This is right, the way they did this, but they did the white on the wrong side of the collar up here. So anyway, shame on you, Mattel, for that. But we'll get a look at it with the jacket on here shortly. But just take a look at this Walter figure. Another shame on you that this belt will not fit around his waist. And actually, real quick, let's go ahead and compare this belt to the old school one, the one that come with like the Pete Dune figure or whatever. So you can see the difference in how shiny this is, and it's a different type of plastic compared to this. But just, you know, come on, Mattel, you could have done a much better job than that. These are the same belts, and obviously this looks a world better. This is the one that come with Walter. So anyway, so a shame on you, Mattel, for cheaping out on that, but an ultimate kudos for this backdrop. Now, real quick, let's go ahead and get Walter's robe on so we can take a look at him like that. And here's Walter with his robe on. Ring General. And real quick, his pants actually do say that as well, Ring General. So, you know, and I've got him posed like this, but this is what I was talking about. So this should be white the way this is. It is white on the underside, but that's not the way that it's supposed to be. So Mattel, you screwed up on that. You almost knocked it out of the park and gave it made a great figure. It is a great figure, just that one flaw. Maybe I'll have to get my good friend Ruthie's Rags to fix that for me. And here it is, my final reveal of the show, the WrestleMania 2, you know, Ringside Collectibles exclusive, you know, boxing match setup. And that's pretty cool. And real quick, earlier I called this a kilt, and it's actually a robe. I should have known that. And Mr. T's obviously with a robe. So we'll get those robes on here shortly. And obviously the semi-open hands that they, you know, most of the figures come with. But I'm real stoked to get a set of boxing gloves, you know, and I could potentially put that on other characters if I wanted to make boxing gloves or have them wear boxing gloves. But anyway, the hot Scott there, Rowdy Roddy Piper. And Mr. T. I pity the fool. Bigsteviepump, I think you've done that before, that joke. Anyway, you may remember the San Diego Comic-Con Mr. T that I showcased on a Figure Focus episode. Man, this pack is really awesome. Hang tight just a second. We're going to come back with their robes. And real quick, here's just a quick focus on some previous Mr. T boxing figures. And I actually don't have the boxing gloves to this Clubber Lang. And this is an old, I think it's Phoenix Toys, but from the early 80s when the Rocky movie come out, they made this, and then there's a Thunder Lips, and there's a Rocky, and I have those figures, so I just thought I'd showcase the Mr. T. And this is one of the bad things that happens with this older plastic is it'll fade and turn colors. Like they'll use a different type of plastic for the arms than the chest, and then it'll fade over time. Hey, real cloth pants, though. How about that? Ultimate kudos from, like, you know, almost 40 years ago. But then you got the Jax Pacific Clubber Lang there from the Rocky figures that they did, and then the Mattel one. So really, these two are the ones that's going to be the closest to, you know, recent figures of Mr. T there. He's got the red on his leg down there. Anyway, let's get the robes on these guys. I'll be right back. I just couldn't resist. All right, and here they are in the robes, and you see Mr. T there and Hot Rod. And these figures are pretty cool, man. Like I said, I'm a fan of these. And real quick, the robes do go on without having to take the boxing gloves off. I was kind of wondering about that, but yeah, they'll actually go on while the boxing gloves are on. So, man, anyway, Ringside Collectibles, thank you for this package. You see all these, most of these are Ringside Collectibles exclusives, and I really meant to research before I come back and film this if this was as well. It didn't have it on the box. I'm thinking not. I'm thinking it's going to be available at other places, but right now you can get all this stuff I've showed you on ringsidecollectibles.com, so make sure you want to check it out. Once again, you can use the code CHAMP or BROCK and you get 10% off. They got some other stuff too, but anyway, I hope you've enjoyed seeing these figures today, and one final look at them all, and then the show's going to be over for now. And there is everybody, including the Fiend there that had to show up and crash the party. Rocky Johnson, the Rock's dad, Walter, Mr. T, Roddy Piper, Edge, along with the Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins heads, Bray Wyatt, along with the puppets, and the Fiend. Once again, that's the look at the Ringside Collectibles score, minus the Fiend there. All right, guys. And once again, I want to thank you for continuing to watch and stick with me and subscribe and comment and growing the channel. And, you know, I'm trying to show you guys, what's my purpose? My purpose is to show you guys these type of products like I got from ringsidecollectibles.com today, or food products that I get from Taco Bell, or any of that stuff. I'm just trying to help you, the consumer, figure out if it's worth making the purchase or not. So, you know, hopefully you're enjoying Bigsteviepump style exclusively here on BSPN. And once again, guys, thank you. Hashtag Pump Squad. Keep sticking with me, and Bigsteviepump out! Tales from Collector's Paradise, hosted by yours truly, Bigsteviepump.